Florida's population is booming. It's the third most populous state in the country.
We're getting about 1,000 people a day move into our state, most of whom are moving to South Florida.
Miami's fastest growing neighborhood is Brickell. It's the core of Miami's banking, investment, and financial sectors. For this reason, Brickell has been traditionally known as the financial district. But this has changed significantly in recent years with the construction of new and luxurious condos and apartment buildings that have made the area one of the most desired by South Florida buyers for both residential and commercial real estate. The area's growth has given way to the establishment of luxury commerce, fine dining, and an active nightlife. South of Brickell is the area of Coconut Grove, one of the more traditional neighborhoods in South Florida.
Coconut Grove is in the process of having a new growth spurt. There's a lot of building going on. There's a lot of changes happening in Coconut Grove. They just tore down the Mayfair, so there's a lot of that's happening right now. Coconut Grove is I would say more of a local market. We call it Grovey Groovy. The homes tend to be more nature homes because they're surrounded by landscaping. So it has a lot of trees, it's a lot of canopy. Coconut Grove is great. We love to walk to the Grove where we live in Coral Gables. They have a lot of activities in the Grove. We spend a lot of time going to restaurants in Coconut Grove. Scott used to live in Coconut Grove when I first met him, and it's a different market.
The Accord Production Center, located on the east side of US 1 between Brickell and Coconut Grove, it's a central spot for clients all over South Florida. I like themed buildings. To be able to have people in like-kind industries in the same building is a very synergistic quality. At the Accord Production Center, we have producers, we have editors, we have sound studios, we have cameras, we have pretty much the complete gambit of things that one would need if they were in the production business. And what happens is when you get a group of people like that together, their production typically will increase on an annualized basis by as much as 20%, just by the contacts, the networking, the exchange of information that takes place in a hub or a themed style office building. It's a very good investment. There's many projects being built in both Coral Gables and Coconut Grove. One of my favorite new projects is the Metro Rail station at 27th Avenue and Dixie Highway. It's a 5.12 acre tract of land that the Martin family, the Terra Group, in combination with Grass River, the owners of Coco Walk, are developing. Their plans are to develop up to 500 units of residential living facility, as well as a major retail hub. They're going to bring in 30,000 square foot retail tenants, and it's going to redefine that intersection. It will be built at the Metro Rail station, and it will be built under the premise of what's called a transit-oriented development, a TOD. And there are incentives for people who build in and around the Metro Rail because the county and the government is trying to get people to shift from driving to using public transportation. So this will be one of several transit-oriented developments that's going to hit the road here in the near future.
Located south of downtown Miami, Pinecrest is one of South Florida's most beautiful residential areas. This suburban village is in high demand by people looking to raise a family because of the quality of its schools, the size of the properties, and the beautiful park areas. It's also ranked among the safest cities in South Florida. All of the above make Pinecrest one of the more desired areas for South Florida families.
Pinecrest, I would say, is a local market. People that, the school district is amazing. If you're looking for more land in Pinecrest, it's definitely more of a local market. The schools are all A+ schools, and I think that's what's really changed Pinecrest. And when they went unincorporated from Dade County and they started their own corporation, I think that's really where it's really changed. Pinecrest, the market has gone up substantially there since they did that, but I would say it's definitely more of a local market. People that have children that are in Coral Gables and want more land, they usually leave Coral Gables, go to Pinecrest, and then come back to either Coconut Grove or Coral Gables.
A little further south is Palmetto Bay. This beautiful suburban area has been in rising demand in the past few years thanks to its family environment and beautiful surroundings. With similar features to Pinecrest and competitive prices, young families quickly see the enormous potential that the area has for them and their kids.
Palmetto Bay has actually exploded, because people that couldn't afford in Pinecrest have gone farther south and moved to Palmetto Bay now. So Palmetto Bay has great schools also. It's on the cusp of Pinecrest, and it goes from 136 down to 180. So people that can't afford Pinecrest usually move to Palmetto Bay.
In the commercial real estate market, I like unique properties. And for South Florida, the offices at Palmetto Bay has features and unique qualities that don't exist anywhere else. The property itself is a Class A office building with Class A amenities, all nestled in a peaceful setting that makes this property special. One of the major items when someone's looking to lease office space is the parking ratios. Parking has become extremely important, particularly given the increase in population in the state of Florida. In today's market, your average ratio is about 2 to 3 per thousand, 2 to 3 parking spaces per 1,000 square feet that somebody leases. At the offices of Palmetto Bay, there are up to 6 per thousand parking ratio, which is very unique. If you wanted covered parking spaces, they'll offer that to you, but they do charge for that. Someone can go to Palmetto Bay and have a 4 or 5 or 6 per thousand ratio and not have to pay for parking in some instances.